So welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a blessed day. As you can tell from the title of this video is that we're going to be talking about the things that they don't tell you as a first-time cruiser. So my sisters and I went on a cruise in April, and it was our first time, and we came across a couple of things that I felt like we needed to talk about. So I am a packer, I am an over planner, and I planned for a lot of things, but there were some things that I was just not quite ready for. So number one, when you're driving to Galveston, as a native Houstonian, I was not aware that Galveston had a whole other side to it. So it took us some navigating, trying to find parking. So luckily we did finding a spot that allowed us to park, and the shuttle took us over to the boat. Number two, your muster station. So when you arrive to Carnival, they will print out a muster station on your tag. This muster station is where you're going to go in order to get oriented to how the safety procedures of being on the Carnival cruise. Make sure that you go to the right muster station, because the boat will not leave until everyone on board, that's all 2,000 plus people, have completed their muster station activity. Number three, your room. So don't come to a cruise, especially Carnival Cruise Line, expecting 5-star rating rooms. I'm not really a bougie hotel person, but I do like to stay in certain accommodations. And the room, which I had watched videos for before, but the rooms did not do the reviews justice. I don't know if just people have different preferences on how they like their rooms to be or the cleanliness. Our room was not clean at all. I actually found a used bar of soap and several towels that had hair in them in our room. And that's because on further research that they usually get one group of people off the ship and then they bring in another group. So it's a constant revolving door. So sometimes your concierge or your cleaning services can't get to everything because they're in such a rush to get the next group in. Number four, the layout. Make sure you familiarize yourself with the layout of your specific ship. We stayed on the Carnival Breeze, and even though there were only 12 floors, we got lost. So I think having a map is key, and it'll definitely help. If you are a first-time Carnival cruise person, make sure you download the Carnival Hub before y'all leave, because the hub had a lot of good information on it, and it actually has a map on the hub, which I didn't realize until the second day, that there was a map on the hub that you can look at, and it can kind of tell you where you were and how to get to certain areas. Number five, the shows and the activities. So there, on our particular cruise ship, there were a lot of shows and a lot of activities and a lot of things going on. So I think if you're with a party, prioritizing what shows and which activities y'all would like to do is a good idea, because we saw some shows that were good and then we saw others that were not so good. So making sure that you actually know what you want, what you want to get out of your time on the ship, because there were some activities that I wanted to do. Like I would have liked to do bingo and all these other things, but we just never had time to do them. So making sure that you know what activities you're actually wanting to see and planning your day out starting in the morning. Number six, the club. Now I was pleasantly surprised by this, because I was not expecting a full club to be on board. Played Zero. He played all these other Paul Wall, all these other local rappers that you wouldn't think someone who is traveling international would know about. So I think he was local. And it was a good time. They played all type of music. They played, I'm stuck in the 90s, so they played a bunch of 90s music. They played a lot of early 2000s music. There was also some current music, most of which I didn't know, but my sister did, so she enjoyed herself. So it was a good time. The drinks were I'm not a drinker either, but the drinks, from my understanding, were better in the club than they were elsewhere, even though I like the casino drinks a lot. So they did say the club drinks were great. Number 7, the weather. So this is actually a big one. We knew there would have been a chance of rain or a thunderstorm or whatever. I just didn't know how bad it could possibly get. So unfortunately, we, on the way back to Houston, we were going through a thunderstorm, and our ship literally was on its side, like at an angle, for maybe 30 minutes. People were running around because we were on the second floor. People were running around with their life jackets on, like getting prepared, just panicking. I think as a first time cruiser, you should definitely be aware of the weather and the safety measures regarding the different types of weather that there's going to be. Number 8 is the deembarkation day. There's going to be a presentation given that shows you the process of debarking the boat. However, I didn't think this was sufficient to what actually happened that day because it was so chaotic. Our time to get off the boat, they called by muster station, which goes back to number 2, know your muster station. So they called you to debark based on your muster station. Well, our muster station was C4. So they literally had A124, 1234, B1234, and then C1234. But by the time they got to C4, they had already known that it was very chaotic because you had to be out of your rooms by 8 o'clock. We didn't get off the boat till like 10:15. So from 8 to 10, we literally were just sitting in the lobby waiting for them to call different stations. So by the time they got to us, C4, they just said, okay, C4 and everybody else who hasn't got off the boat yet, go ahead and get off. And then so everybody started running and everybody made a dash for it. And it's a one way. So you have to go this one way that they tell you. Well, we weren't having that. So we kind of found some other alternative ways. And one guy was upset about it. He was like, where are y'all coming from? And we just kept running because nobody had time. We had already been waiting way too long. Okay, number 9, elevators. This is the funniest thing to me. People were crazy about these elevators. They were running to them. They were just hogging them. My sister almost got ran over with a lady in a wheelchair. The elevators were just chaotic. It's amazing that they only have 4 sets of elevators. They definitely need more because that was crazy. Yeah. Which brings me to number 10, the people. So there is a crazy amount of people on your ship. I don't know exactly how many people are on our ship, but there were so many people. And not everyone was nice. Some people were nice, but not everyone was nice. So if you're not like a people person or you're not friendly, then maybe a cruise isn't for you. You're going to be with these people for a week, so you might as well have a good time. If you are not a small talker or someone who likes small talk, you need to brush up on your skills. But overall, the cruise was fun. We had a good time. I definitely will do it again. I said I was going to take my son on a cruise, and I'm sure he'll enjoy it. Now, of course, I'll make a video about that. That won't be until a while from now. And I did have some people question, how do I plan my vacation? So I'm thinking about doing a video on that as well. How do I budget for that? Because I do budget videos as well. So how do I budget for a vacation, and what is my process like? How do I get the rental cars, etc. So I might do a video on that, which I think I will. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, just go ahead and type them down. Try my best to answer them, and I will see you guys in the next video.